I'm the Senior Manager of Business Performance with Central Garden and Pet. In my role, I'm responsible for running all of our cost models, and that's really my only job is cost modeling. The way our organization is structured, we have 25 different business units that roll up to a corporate structure, and so at the end of the day, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different models that I could be running at any given time. So in terms of pulling data, running the models, producing the output for reporting, I do all of that, and I work with the end users within the business groups to help them understand and consume that information. So one of the big challenges we face is the seasonality, of our business, and we typically will run a scenario that is a rolling 12-month. It's a historical 12-month look at it versus a monthly, kind of slice of the business. And so we have urgency at the end of the fiscal to get the model produced for 10 different business units within our garden segment that I basically have to run in parallel all at one time and produce by the end of December so we can get our results in time for price negotiations for the upcoming season. So there's kind of a clock ticking. CostPerform has flexibility that our prior costing tool did not have. Our prior tool was very formulaic. You had to follow a very specific step structure that you had to flow through. Each of those, kind of layers, if you will, in CostPerform speak was defined, and you had to pass through every one. As opposed to CostPerform, where you can skip from the first layer to the last, you can go back. You've got a lot of flexibility. For my function, it's probably the most important tool behind Excel for ad hoc analysis that we typically do. So it's definitely integral. Couldn't perform my job without it. So CostPerform is a relatively ERP agnostic tool, right? So all of our data generally is stored in a data warehouse. So we actually have, on staff SQL developers that will, extract that information and conform it into, say, the big data file that I need to load into CostPerform. So we will actually kind of run that ETL and produce that data file. Then within CostPerform, I'll use the CostPerform ETL tool to grab that file, and I may massage that data with other data sources that we get from end users. On the backside, we're basically exporting the big data file via the task list tool that's pretty handy in there. Kick out a file, but we'll have a process whereby we take that file and load it into, like I said, an OLAP cube or a Tableau dashboard. So it fits nicely because, like I said, it's kind of agnostic to the tools around it. It imports from, various, data types, and it exports the same. So initially, I'm not fearful in the sense that AI is going to come and take my job. I think it's a tool that to be used, and I think the first opportunity that I could see is in analyzing the results, loading the results into AI and letting it tease out the high points, and do some immediate analysis that may take hours, for a human to do. So I'm intrigued to see how that plays out.